You are listening to You Know What Jesus podcast with London Nicole, an unfiltered conversation into the world of business, beauty, and branding for the authentic businesswoman. In this podcast, transformational speaker London Nicole and her guests will discuss the best ways to stay focused and motivated in a world full of distractions to help you keep your mindset in the game. You are now listening to You Know What Jesus. You know what, Jesus? I wasn't even going to do a podcast today because I've been over here creating content. I've been over here getting stuff done. Like, okay. So anyway, I'm over here talking to someone, like she's a client, like client friends, because I look at my clients as a little bit of both because it's a partnership, not like X, Y, and Z, right? And so what we're talking about, which I have suffered from it before, is this whole perfection, like I just have to, like a perfectionist type of thing, like it has to be perfect. And what happened was, like, I don't know if you guys go through it too, but sometimes I'll be ranting off to people, and in the middle of the rant I'd be like, oh shit, like I need to say that to myself, like, ooh, you just over here preaching and you ain't even reading the scripture yourself. You might want to say it a little louder for yourself. And you know yeah. So I was talking to someone, right? And she was like, yo, London, you're just so innovative and X, Y, and Z. I was on Facebook and I was showing clips of when I made this black light lip gloss and this whole thing. So maybe like in 2000 so my daughter was born. She was really, really little. So it had to be in like 2010, 2011, that type of thing. And so I'm showing all this other stuff. I'm showing behind the scenes of like this Facebook show I'm doing. And when I did it in 2014, how I'm doing it now. So we're talking. And as we were talking, she was just like, yo, I don't see how human resource can make me a lot of money and how organization can. So it had just like popped up and I went to go look at Kim Kardashian's assistant. Her name is, oh my goodness, it's losing my man. Let me go over here. Check it real quick. Her name is Stephanie. Here we go. Stephanie Shepard, right? And so she is running the Kardashian brands. And even she left and came back, mostly working with Kourtney now, but regardless. So she's a multi-millionaire and the whole nine, working with their brands, organizing their brands. You know, she has an assistant, laying stuff out, putting stuff together, you know, putting the structure together. And basically what I was saying is sometimes you have gifts and you're not even looking at the thing that you possess because it comes so easy for you, right? Like some people are just out here parenting the shit out of their kids. Like it's this one lady, oh my God, I can't think of the name of her show, but she basically like has like 5 kids. I think she's pregnant now. She's getting her PhD in mathematics. I'm like, what the hell? Like, oh God, right? And you know, like even like, sorry, like repeating that again is like, Jesus, how is she managing like all of these, like, how is she managing it? Like for her, and she even talked about it, some of the things just naturally come to her while other people have to hire a nanny. They have to get organization skills, right? So I was like, for me, I'm a natural creative person, right? Like we was talking about, I was like, yeah, God made earth in like 7 days or however that story goes, right? You get what I'm saying? I was like, yo, bruh, I still would have been on day one trying to color in the lines, making sure everything looked really good, trying to really figure out if I want to put this up there or not. Like I'm just naturally creative. Like I can create from the same thing like over and over and put something here, add something. Like I'm gifted at, you know, creating. So to me, sometimes it's stressful, sometimes it's not, because I naturally love to do it. But then if I think about structure and organizing a whole bunch of people, like, listen, bruh, if I say let's go and y'all don't come, like, I don't know what else to say. Like like I understand structure, I understand organizing stuff, but it takes a lot for me. So most of my friends, most of my close people are very organized, right? They can just put stuff together. It makes sense. It's on a piece of paper. Step 1, step 2, step 3. I ain't doing it. I'm doing 1, I'm doing 8, and then I'm doing 45. That's just how it works. I'm not reading instructions when I put stuff together. Take it in a box, put it together. If it's missing 4 pieces, it's fine. It's up, it's working. I have one friend, right? His name is DJ. Do you know he doesn't even use his cell phone until he reads the whole booklet? I was like, who the hell is that? But technically, you're supposed to read the whole booklet. Like you're supposed to, like that's the creator's mind in a book form. They're telling you how to use it, how to get the features from it, because most of us, we have phones and TVs and VCRs, and all we do is press play, we press stop. We really never use the whole thing to this, its full capacity. We just use little pieces, right? Versus reading the whole instructions. So what I was basically saying to her is like, you have gifts and you're looking at like how you do stuff and you're just taking it for granted. The thing that I was telling her she has, someone like Kim Kardashian is paying millions of dollars for. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, I don't think sometimes we look at our talents and our gifts and be like, oh, wow, this is fascinating. This is amazing. Let me monetize it. Let me make money from it. Let me build my brand around it. Let me build my business from it. You're so busy, either one, not thinking it's good enough, two, thinking about all the stuff that you're missing from it, or three, you can't even see the monetization of it because you're looking at somebody else's gift or business or idea and wishing you had the same thing. So what I was saying was, I was like, you're looking at me now, but you're not looking at it. Think about it. So I'm showing you content from 2014 that I let go by the wayside because I'm doing exactly what you're doing now. Like, so a lot of times I tell people, when you're building a brand and you want to do certain stuff and you have certain goals, like Google it. You'll be so surprised. Like Pat McGrath, highest paid makeup artist in the world. She's making $1 million when she's touching the face. So you can't say you can't make $1 million from being a makeup artist because someone's doing it. Someone's doing it from a hairstylist. Somebody's selling grapes, avocados, and they're making tons of money from it. So you can't use it and you can't sit here and say, hey, I'm not making money from it. I guarantee you are probably either putting yourself down so much, you're either overthinking the process, right? You're criticizing yourself so much that you're not even looking at what you have is really truly needed. So this whole podcast, because I wasn't supposed to do a podcast, even though I said that I was going to be on top of doing podcasts all the time, I'm just telling you the truth because I was somewhere else and I was making content. I was making content on Facebook, not over here, on Anchor. I was making content somewhere else, versus putting, But I just thought about it. I was like, I'm sitting here preaching to you when I need to say it to myself. I've done the same thing. You know what I mean? Not putting out what I want to put out. And then I'm sitting here in the dark by myself, having whole crying sessions, you know what I mean? Eating Oreos and the whole nine, gaining weight and crying because I'm not doing what I want to do. And here's the key part I'm going to say from it. And like I told her, especially when we start putting God into it, right? Because we'll be God. Right? We'll get this idea and we won't even test the idea out. We won't even test it out to see if it's even going to make any sense. We automatically just shoot it down and we overthink it. It's like if you have an idea, just go with me to start a clothing company, right? And you got the design, you got the name. You won't even put the first t-shirt out to test the market to see if people are going to like the idea and design. You want to know from the beginning if it's going to be successful. You want to know from the beginning if it's going to make $1 million. You want to know from the beginning that it's going to work. What about if you sell one t-shirt and as you're producing it, you're like, it's not the t-shirt I love. It's probably the printing of the boxes. Maybe I need to come out here and design boxes so people can have nice looking merchandise. You don't know where that trial and error is really going to tap into something else because you're so focused on the first idea working, you won't even go through the process of it. So all I'm saying is, if you have an idea to do something, I'm just saying take a leap of faith and put the product on the market. See how well it's going to do. You won't even do that because you're so busy saying, hey, it has to. What about if it takes 5 years to make $1 million? What about if it takes, you started the process and as you go through it, you find like you don't know because you won't even fucking try. You're so busy sitting there at your laptop, overthinking it, paying $50, you pay this coach, you went to this coach, now you got this person, you got prophesied over here, you went to this pastor, you went to this scientist, you went to this homegirl, you went here, you went there, and you haven't even tried to do it yourself. You haven't even put anything out there. So then you're telling everybody that it won't work. And the reality of it is you won't work. So the product won't work because the person behind the product won't even do the work because you being lazy. And you're being a punk behind it. And you're acting, you're playing in the safety, the quote unquote, I'm just being safe. No, you're being lazy and you're being really comfortable. So what I'm saying is, and I'm preaching it to myself, and that's why I'm just flooding the market with content. I'm just flooding it because I'm trying to see if it's gonna work. I'm trying to see, oh, that feels good. Okay, well, that's working. That's not working. Gotta take this out. Gotta put this back in. I'm gonna shift this over here. I'm at that point in my life. It's 6 months left. I'm not gonna make, what's the meme right now? I'm pretty sure you guys seen it too. I won't make 2020 goals, right? I'm not gonna make my 2019, my 2020 goals. When some of this stuff is easy, you just have to knock it out. Lay it out. What do you want to do? If it's a t-shirt, don't try to put 50 t-shirts out there. Put 5 out. Get it printed up. Get one shirt printed up. You put the shirt on, take a picture, put it on Instagram, see how it's going to go. Tell the story with it. Why did you want to come out with t-shirts? Like, I want to come out with t-shirts, but there are a whole bunch of smart sayings because it's funny as hell. And most of my smart sayings have something to do with makeup or something to do with beauty or something along that line. Now, while I want to get into other industries, it's certain stuff I just want to knock out the box just so it can be done. Just for my peace of mind. When I go to sleep, I ain't thinking about it no more. So all this whole podcast is really, really getting down to, don't confuse effort with results. Just because you thought about it, don't think you did the work and you actually gonna get something from it. Get up, lay it out. What do you want to get done? What can you get done this week? Because I'm telling you, that's what confidence comes from. You get more clarity when you do the work, and your cash is gonna start funneling out from it. Because as you go through it, no different from your 9 to 5, right? They had to figure it out too. And even at your job, I guarantee you can think about 50 billion things that they can do better in that job. But they're trying to knock out different pieces that they're trying to solve. Think about it. We're an evolving civilization. We're always going to grow. Things are going to always be manifesting. So it's nothing ever going to be completely done. But you, at the same time, test the market. See where it's going to go. See what is going to happen. So don't confuse the effort. Don't confuse the idea with you actually getting results and you actually getting the work done. So get the work done, try it out, tag me in it. Let me see how it happens. Do you need help? If you need help, I have not branding situations. What the hell? I think I'm so hyped right now. And again, you guys know where I'm at. I'm in the bathroom, running around the bathroom. But I have branding strategy sessions going on right now. They're $99 for a whole hour. Tell me your plan. Tell me your big dream. And we're going to lay it out from talking about what industry you want to actually be in. Because I have people say, I want to do everything. We can do everything. Let's lay it out. Let's have a strategy behind it. Think about what you want to do, the impact you want to make. What is it going to look like? What do you want people to feel? Where do you want to go? Where are you taking people to? What information you want to give out? How does that look? So we talk about all of it and we really, really, really lay it out. So that's what we do. So if you need one of those sessions, I have those going on. You can always email me at londonnicole@gmail.com. That's LONDYNNIKOLE@gmail.com. You can also visit me at www.theglamourboss.com. Hit me up over there and let's talk about it. Don't confuse your effort with results. Don't do it. Actually go out here, get something done. And not for anybody else. For you. For you. For you. Do it for you. So you know what, Jesus? I'm getting this stuff done. I'm crying through it. I have a billion other personal things happening, but you know what? This is my life, and I'm going to take control of it, and I'm going to get it done. Don't confuse effort with results. Bye, guys.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.